At least it's not telling me to go backwards.
That's cool.
Alright, where are you? Oh, I never even went down here. I have to fight one of those big guys. I did this in such a weird way. Hey there, bud. Don't do the spit thing. What did I just tell you? You don't listen.
Is his weak spot his literal balls?
Thanks.
So even in that situation, using the shotgun wouldn't make any sense?
No. It's hard to explain, but the shotgun strips the flesh off of Necromorph, but it doesn't, cut off their limbs. So, like, for, like, contact beam shots to kill.
Hey. What's the story reason that you have to clear these out?
The Leviathan has taken root in the deepest part of food storage, and these Weezers are connected to it. Hi. Thanks for not doing anything.
It's pretty cool.
It's so hard to talk while playing this game. The Weezers are connected to the Leviathan, and ejecting the Enzyme will make them weaker. It's a little bit different because you don't need the Enzyme in the original game. You just literally just shoot the Weezers without like any sort of special thing. But in this game, they make it a little bit different. Alright, let's check the map. I kind of remember I need a thing. I hope it's in this room.
It will be.
Yeah, usually this room is like contaminated with gas that you can't get to. But I already killed it. It's over this flesh wall. I did this in such a weird way. There.
Creating tomorrow. Today.
Alright, I have 8. Plasma color definitely needs to be better at this point. So the first special is something that applies like a flame damage thing. I don't think it's necessarily that good, especially on medium. I don't know, maybe I should get it. It is 3 extra ones, but I do get Rate of Fire twice. Yeah, right.
Yeah, buddy!
Alright, Ripper, anything easy. Extra Ricochet, that's good. Yeah, we're getting to the point where we're fighting those enhanced Necromorphs all the time, the molded ones. So, upgrading the plasma gun. Plasma cutter is a good idea.
I like how he has to walk gingerly over that, whatever that is on the ground.
Yeah, the Necromorph flesh floors you can't run over. Doesn't make a whole ton of sense for me.
Certainly seems like the last Weezers around here.
Yeah.
Dude, I love the zero gravity stuff. Like when you're on the when you're all on the ground and their body parts just go flying up. That's so cool. Future.
Please cross. I need to record.
Alright, I think this is the last one.
Holy.
Eh.
The Leviathan's metabolism is slowing.
Cross, something's up.
It must have worked. You gave it enough enzyme to dissolve a freighter. Okay, I will log in the gate storage. Quickly get back there and space the bastard while we have the chance.
Send him into space.
Yay, we get to fight the Leviathan. I love doing this.
Is this the one that's in like a big long hallway of a room? I vaguely remember a boss fight in this game.
There are, I guess, 3 boss fights.
Do you count the one that regenerates?
No.
Okay.
That really is just like a normal necromorph. You just can't kill. But honestly, of the 3 boss fights, you fight the Leviathan twice. So I guess only 2.
Good, whatever that is. Just spraying out acid.
Yeah, and I think it's contaminated by the necromorphs because it's like it hurts you. I'm not sure. Nice door. Alright, can I buy some power nodes? I'd really like to upgrade my suit.
You can buy 1 and be happy.
I can buy 2. I'm gonna sell something stupid. I don't need this.
What if I told you
No, actually, I don't need. The good thing about Force Energy, I don't use it a whole ton, but when you pick it up, it sells for 6,000 a stack.
Nice.
Which is insane.
So what if I told you that you would own nothing and you'll be happy?
Sure.
No, that's like the new thing.
I know. Just strap me into like a chair, put me in comatose, and feed me like good thoughts.
Goy slop.
That's all I need.
Dude, that picture of guys.
Oh yeah, just enough to get the increased range.
Nice.
That is very helpful right now.
That picture where it's like some guy's apartment and it's literally just like a lazy boy and a TV. And it's like, guys can really live like this. That is like literally what my room is like right now.
Dude, that's so. It's like no clutter, no anything. It's functional. It does what you want. It's not filled with useless knickknacks. It's like, yeah, give me that.
Live, laugh, love. So I'm setting up the. It's gonna be a lot of work, but I'm setting up the bedroom upstairs to be game room 2.0. Where I'm going to have the newer stuff up there. So this is going to be like the retro room, and then upstairs is going to be the like the newer room. So that means I have a lot of stuff that's sitting in the storage room that like doesn't have a chance to be out. So now I'll be able to put everything out.
Ooh, that's nice.
I'm pretty excited.
The Leviathan has a 10-kiloton mass.
I like to change that Isaac is the one to be like, hey, let me go out and fight the Leviathan.
So, guess what's left?
Alright, so something that you can do with increased, so this boss won't spawn until we get into the air, but you see all of these blinking things are all pick-upables.
This is what I'm thinking of.
And if you have the increased range, you can get almost all of it without starting the fight.
Oh, that's cool. So it's literally like not there.
Like
you just not
you
see
can
it?
kind of see
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, especially with the brightness at 100, you can like see it. But getting this while the fight is happening, like they changed this fight obviously because the 0 G is different. And I would say it's harder. It's still not a very hard fight. I'm probably jinxing myself right now, and it's gonna be
Dog.
some of these you can't get, but you can get most of them.
Wow. Do you not have an opportunity to get him afterwards, or is it just for like the fight?
Oh, the airlock jettisons everything, including all of these pickups.
Ah. Well, then that certainly makes sense.
All right. Alright, this fight I like to do with the contact beam. The first phase is you have to destroy these 3 tentacles. But if you do it with the contact beam, they die in 1 hit. Oop. These tentacles kind of like track your trajectory. It's kind of hard to explain. And sometimes like I can get away from them easily, and sometimes I can't. No.
This is like, I know it's fairly simple, but this is such a cool boss.
Yeah. And I like to keep the fire canisters for the 3rd phase. This is the 2nd phase, so this thing will start shooting stuff at you, but the tentacles aren't active, so it's pretty easy just to do this. It'll save you ammo.
So cool. And it looks great in a, obviously, very awful way.
Detected. No, it's expelling all its gas reserves. It must be close. Isaac, finish it off.
The other cool thing about the contact beam is that it penetrates through these things it shoots. Nice! That was awesome.
Woo!
Barely did anything.
Wow, look at that. You're gonna be some other planet's problem.
So yeah, I think the remakes, it's like the same basic fight, but because you can actually be 0G in the air, because of the revamped... Hello? Hello?
Thank you, Isaac. Come back inside.
What's going on? Let me land! Okay. What? Dude, did you see that?
The dog! You glitched it. It's over.
Like, for like a split second, I thought I saw Flucked.
This game went from like 9.5 out of 10 to 6 out of 10.
Listen, Jacob. Not Jacob. Last I heard, he was on the mining.
Cross is kind of a waifu.
He said they were building an SOS.
Let's go.
You think?
Sure, I like short hair.
It's nearly done. But I haven't heard.
I don't mind the short hair, I just don't...
Why?
I mean, she's cuter than Nicole.
I can't leave yet.
Yeah, Nicole's like 50, but Isaac also looks like he's 50.
True.
You can find that SOS beacon. Call for rescue.
Does that mean he's like 60 in Dead Space 3?
I mean, I don't think he's literally...
Yeah.
He's probably like 40.
I'll find him. He's all I want to see.
An SOS beacon. Someone jettisoned all the others. Isaac, there's a shortcut to the mining deck. Near Cross's workstation. I'll get it open. Goddamn. We might actually get out of this.
Sure.
Yeah, sure, Daniels.
We're gonna do it. I am just now remembering the ending of Dead Space 2 and the fake out they give. I don't know why I just remembered that out of nowhere. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I mean, this game also kind of gives like a fake out cliffhanger ending to it. So obviously at the beginning of this was like they wanted to make a franchise.
Yeah.
Dead Space 2, I remember the first time I played it, I was like, what is happening? And like nothing made sense and the game ended. I was like, what? But once you have the context of Dead Space 3, Dead Space 2 makes a lot of sense. But it's just like interesting how much they set it up as like a mid-troll of a trilogy.
I mean, it is like Empire Strikes Back. I can't imagine that people... Like, Empire Strikes Back is awesome, but I'm sure it would make people pretty mad being like, that's the ending? Whereas nowadays, you can just watch Return of the Jedi, right? But back then, it was like, so many things left unanswered, you know?
Anyone there?
Hammond?
No, the dude's home. They're all here on the bridge. Big Boston. One of them
So I guess we're in the last major place of the Ishimura, the mining. There's some backtracking and some additional areas, but this is the last, like, full original place. And mining sector looks amazing in the remake. You can really feel, like, the age and, like, like, all the dirt, like, compacted from 60 years of use. And I think it's, like, attention to detail like that that justifies this remake.
I'm okay with that.
Also, obviously, the gameplay improvements. I'm not saying that everything that they changed in the remake is for the better. I think some of the voice actor replacements, especially Daniel's, is like kind of flat. Like, it's okay.
Ding!
I gotta start using not the Ripper.
Yes, do only plasma cutter.
It'd be nice. I forget when we get the next suit upgrade, but I don't think it costs that much. I think I can buy one more power mode to get that damage upgrade. But I always do this. Whenever I play the game, I just use the Ripper exclusively, and then I run out of ammo. And at this point, getting the suit upgrade isn't like a huge difference. A couple additional inventory slots, a little bit more armor, but it's not like the beginning where you have so little spaces.
Every futuristic currency has to be called credit, by the way. That's literally it.
Imagine how many decades of intense fighting there was to make a universal currency that everyone agreed on.
Dude.
I bet there was a literal world war about it.
I mean, it took a hell of a lot to make, like, Europeans, use euros instead of, like, francs and pounds and all that. But in England, they still use pounds. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so,
and even, like, to this day, they don't all use it.
And that's just Europe, where they're, like, all together. So, yeah. Luckily, in the future, English is, for some reason, the main language. So that works.
Why would Latin Bros got like this? It was supposed to be the universal language.
You mean like old Latin? Like
Yeah.
literal Latin? Ixnay on the Attenway! I personally like English because it is generally the most convoluted, and I feel like that's the way to go.
Yeah.
I
don't know anything about any other language except for Spanish. And Spanish is really awkward because you have to, like, I don't know, there's like, you can't say, like, Spencer's coat. You gotta say coat of Spencer.
Yeah.
And that's the entire language. You can't, like, use any abbreviations for anything. And, like, learning Spanish, and it's like, I don't like Spanish.
I was obviously joking about the thing where, like, words have multiple different meanings. It's kind of lame, but it's funny how that's how English is. The one thing that I'm really glad English doesn't have is masculine and feminine. Like, I'm really glad we don't have to say, like in French, it's like la or le. So it's like every single word is masculine or feminine, and you have to, like, remember it. It's like, dude, come on.
Whoa.
IMO, it's so unnecessary.
Yeah. And, like, Spanish does that too, where, like, random words will be either feminine or masculine, and it doesn't really make any sense at all.
Sometimes I remember when I learned for French, I was like, that's masculine? Like, it was stuff that, like, didn't make any sense. But beyond that, I will take my very complicated, confusing language, thank you.
I think this door's supposed to be open if I did. Harris's ICU bed in medical. Okay. I'll do that off screen and come back here. That kind of sucks.
So, one of my favorite things ever is like, and you especially see this. Oh my god.
You're gonna be okay, bud. Look, you have full health. He has full health. Look at him.
Blech.
How did he die? Oh, there we go.
You especially see it on like mods. Like I like watching a lot of like Resident Evil mods and stuff like that. But there's something about like someone who knows English as their second language. There's a certain hilarity in how things are said that is impossible to replicate if it's your first language. If that makes sense. So like just sometimes you'll like see these like mods and they're like well made, but all like the text is like clearly second language and you're like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
It's like what I must sound like if I talk French to like a French person. They'd be like, how could you possibly be saying the things you're saying? It's so awesome. Let's head out to that mining cat colony. One shot.
Reloading that thing is so satisfying.
Oh my god.
Imagine reading text logs in this game.
That's how I felt playing Doom 2016. I didn't play Eternal.
That's an even better example of that.
Dude!
It's like, here's your lore texting.
I remember talking to someone about it. They were like, how did you not understand the story? I was like, wait, what? There was story? And it was like, yeah, you gotta read all the text logs. I was like, in Doom 2016, I'm gonna stop and read these long text logs? Get out of here.
I've got rig activity for a
And I love the lore of Doom, but hell no, I did not read those.
Maybe he left the SOS beacon there. Just hope you can reach it through these malfunctions.
Did you play Doom Eternal?
No. I hear that it's very good.
Yeah, that's one I gotta just... I'm gonna play it on like baby easy mode when I do, but one I want to do eventually.
Make sure that
I really enjoyed 2016. It was just awesome.
I just don't like playing FPSs on console when my PC is not good enough to play newer games. Nor do I want to spend money on PC games.
Yeah, I mean, you can get, what, a used copy for $20 for Doom Eternal, or $60 on Steam.
Yeah, I haven't bought a Steam game in probably 5 years. Just because the thought of buying digital games just is like such a waste of money to me.
Yeah. I only do it when it's only digital. AK weird horror games.
And I know a lot of people are like, but discs are just DLC codes essentially now. You don't really own them. There's so many updates, and it's like, yeah, for like AAA stuff. What are you telling me? My Overwatch disc is worthless now? No way.
Dude, I had to pull so many copies of Overwatch off the shelf when that happened, and I was like, all right, we got a bunch of cases that we can use.
Yeah. That's like the only thing that you can use, like Destiny and like Overwatch and other games like that. Luckily, there's not a whole lot of like of those MMO or like live service games that are like only multiplayer that are on disc. It's just like the big two are Destiny and Overwatch.
Remember MAG, M-A-G, for PS3?
Yeah.
Here's one. Oh my god, I don't know if I'm gonna remember this. Oh yeah, Defiance. Remember Defiance? For 360 and PS3? That's another one.
Wasn't that based off like a show or something?
Like a sci-fi show. Like literally on Sci-Fi Network.
What? You're telling me that game flopped and no one cares
The
about
crazy
it?
thing is, like, it was big for, like, as the kids would say, a hot minute, but then it completely died.